After years of bitter conflict, the planets Eiram and E'ronoh have at last settled on a tentative peace with the helps of the Jedi and Republic co-chancellor Orla Matlow. While the repercussions of their war still ripple through the Outer Rim, leading to spiraling food and fuel shortages, delegates of the two worlds have agreed to reconvene in neutral territory, to finalize a treaty that will see an end to the war. Now, Jedi Master Creighton's son and Jedi Knight Aida Forte have accompanied delegations from the two warring planets to the holy world of Jedha, where they plan to oversee the signing of a treaty amidst preparations for the Grand Festival of Balance being held by the city's new Force Convocation. But not everyone on Jedha is ready to welcome the Jedi and their charges, or to concern them with matters of the peace. As the Jedi arrive on Jedha, they worry about the military transports in the skies from both Eiram and E'ronoh, despite the peace between planets. Morden Santaka is sent in Chancellor Mallow's place to mediate the treaty signing, since he is not a government official and the Republic does not want to overstep on two planets not a part of the Republic. An adjunct at the Temple of Kyber, named Keth, is placed in service as Santaka during his time on the planet. During the initial ceremony, a droid enters the ceremony and explodes, killing Santaka while countless others are injured. Unable to investigate himself due to the role in the ambassador's delegation, Jedi Master's son requests Salandra Sho, another Jedi who happened to be on a pilgrimage on Jedha at the time, to investigate inside. Meanwhile, the Path of the Open Hand, an extremist missionary order and cult first introduced in the Path of Deceit, had plans to petition the Convocation, a non-partisan council on Jedha, to allow the Path to have a representative included, but were eventually turned down. Peace starts to unravel as both ambassadors are bombed again. Creatures are accidentally set free in the streets, and the Path are viewed as heroes after cleaning up the mess that they originally started. Sho and Keth work together to investigate the initial bombing, and meet with the Mother, the leader of the Path, where Sho feels the effects of the Leveler, an ancient creature that can cut a Force user off from the Force. While the pair continue to investigate, they get multiple reports of a figure talking before the ceremony with the droid responsible for the bombing, but each report describes the figure as a part of a different group. Chaos continues to erupt as a figure on a speeder attacks the streets, and then the Leveler is set loose by the Herald of the Path, where Sho once again feels the effects of the creature. The Herald later makes a public speech after being denied access to the Convocation, where he creates a civil disorder and blames the Convocation and the Jedi for lying and covering up the truth on Jedha, leading to a riot and public backlash against the Jedi. During the second attempt at the treaty ceremony, where Tilson Graff acts as the new mediator in place of the recently deceased Morden Santaka, a figure wearing an Eiram uniform breaks into the ceremony on speeder, killing Ambassador Timtak from E'ronoh, and breaking the ceasefire between planets, turning the entire city into a war zone between the two planets. With Salandra still investigating the initial bombing and who is to blame, Keth reveals that he snuck his droid into the initial ceremony, who would have been able to see who the figure with the droid was before the ceremony. The recording reveals that it was a member of the Brothers of the Ninth Door, a local sect of darkside users, who were in turn hired by Graff to carry out the bombings as a way for Graff to eliminate Santaka, who had been a thorn in his family's side for years, as well as to restart the war between planets, which was more profitable for him. Sho later battles members of the Ninth Door in an underground area known as the Kyber Mirrors, where Keth sacrifices himself to save Sho's life. Republic reinforcements eventually arrive on the planet, and are able to protect Clayton's son, while he speaks to soldiers on both sides, pleading them to lay down their weapons. He is successful, and both sides are forced to leave the system and return home. Meanwhile, Graff seeks a way off the planet and pleads with the Mother to take him with, but she simply shoots him in cold blood to avoid any loose ends. It's later revealed that public sentiment on Jedha has turned against the Path for releasing the creatures and stirring up a riot, and the Jedi are allowed to follow the Path to Dalna to investigate more about the cult. Let me know what you thought of the Battle of Jedha if you picked it up for yourself in the comments below, or if this is a helpful recap. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more summaries like this in the future. As always, thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.